I went movie theme for
Okay.
thinking about this game. So first off, if I said the movie, could you guess the theme? So first movie, Wizard of Oz,
Oh, geez. There's no place
theme of the
like home.
game.
Being at home.
There's no
Home field
place like home.
advantage.
Georgia has not been at home for what seems like a long time. There's all sorts of laundry list of how long they've been since they played at home and big games at home, things like that. So my other one, do you watch the Fast and the Furious movies?
I've seen a bunch of them. My son enjoys them.
Okay. So what's the sort of core phrase with
Family,
all that?
family, family.
Right. That or the other. So yes, I agree. And there's like Fast Five. This to me is like this is what Kirby should be doing before the game, where Dom says, money will come and go, but the most important thing in life will be the people in this room right here, right now. Like because this is a very important game for the chemistry, for all the things that aren't on the field, I think, for Georgia.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like the top 25 and top 50 lists are people are going to start coming out. Like, and I got news for you. Georgia's going to have 3 in the top 15. Like, just think about that. They're going to have 3 players that are going to be mocked in the top 15 of the draft. So it's not like they don't have a lot of talent, and it's not like they can't get it together. We've just seen disturbing signs, but home cures remedies. When you look at Tennessee was supposed to be earlier on in the season, was supposed to be Nico takes this thing and put it on warp speed and takes it past where Joshua Dobbs did. That hasn't happened. And the passing game hasn't been elite. And obviously he's banged up, and Bear talked about it this week that he doesn't think Nico will play. We'll ask him here in a few minutes. But Tennessee's best attribute on offense is running the football. Georgia's best attribute on defense is stopping the run. Like, so
Yeah.
it's strength on strength. And I think that bodes well for Georgia. Also, being at home bodes well for everyone. It makes it harder to communicate, like all those things that you have the built in advantages. So I think that's an important thing to look at. But I'm going to tell you, Brent, like, I don't think this is a high scoring game because I know on the other side that Tennessee's defense is elite. Like, they got a top 15 pick too. They can rush the passer, and they got some dudes on that side of the football.
Yeah, and I definitely think this is a first to 20 kind of game. We've talked about that a few times with various games, but this is another one to me, first to 20, and who succeeds and does anything offensively. But the interesting thing with Tennessee is how you look at Georgia's opponent last week, Ole Miss, and it's Walter Nolan from the portal, Prince Umamielen from the portal. It's
God bless you.
Ivy from the portal. Like, like, but you look at Tennessee's defensive line; it's all guys that have been there. Those are guys that have been there. And you've got, I think, 2 transfers out of those 11 guys that have played more than 100 snaps along that defensive line. So it's just guys who are getting better. And I guess the sum is greater than the parts, or whatever the phrase is with that, because they're feeding off each other, and it's creating, what is it, 20 since last season against Vandy that they've given up less than 20 points in every game.
Yeah.
So,
And I think that's such an advantage too when you have like the number one spot. Okay, you don't see DBs rotate that much. You don't see linebackers rotate that much because they're not fat. Okay. And listen, I'm a fat guy. I'm a defensive lineman. Okay. I've had my hand in the dirt. So I say that with lovingness in my heart. I don't say that with hate, but their ability to rotate fresh guys in that can penetrate, that can wreck shop, that can wreck the run, they can rush the passer. Like, that's exactly why Tennessee's where they're at. They're not elite in the back end. They're not elite at linebacker. Like, they're good, but the reason they dominate is because of that group up front. What we saw from Georgia last week was the weakness of their offense. We can talk about Carson Beck all you want. Ain't nobody throwing off their back. Ain't nobody making those plays consistently that he's had to make, especially with the weapons not being as good and being able to win as fast as they have been in the past. And then you couple that with no running game.